Head. And it should be starting. And I want to see. Let's open in a new window. Getting everything set up. I want to see. So I'm just setting stuff up in the background here. Be patient for a little bit as I get everything going. And let's see. It looks like we're doing okay. So I'm gonna get my chat window up. Hey, we already have someone here. Hello. I'm just setting some stuff up in the background, so hang tight for a minute while I get everything going. And as I get all of my recording stuff... Oop, no. Hey! Welcome to the chat. I'm just setting everything up in the background, so give me a moment. You know, I can move this. I have a lot of windows I have to juggle. Wow, a lot of people are showing up. I didn't expect to have so many people right off the bat. I'm just getting everything all set up in the background here. And I think we're good to go. So let's go ahead and get started. So we are have entered Lost River. We are here with Lukan. And let me give you guys a good look at him, because this is the first time you'll have seen his adult form. And he's actually, I'm very pleased with how he ended up looking. I actually have made all of his siblings as well, but as you guys know, Lukan is not the heir to Katari and Terrell, because he actually leaves his dispersal pack, or his pack with them, and becomes a dispersal wolf, and ultimately journeys to the world of wolves. So he's about, I would say, probably 2.5 years right now. He just left their pack a little while ago, a few months back, and he has come across this mysterious valley on his travels, and he's just gonna look around a little bit. And oh, just as a heads up, the live stream does tend to run a little bit behind chat. It takes several seconds, so if I don't respond to your chat right away, it's probably just the stream catching up. So, with Lucan here, he eventually does make his way to the world of Wolf, but in his travels he's come across this valley and has decided to stop and explore. And I do want to point out that this stream will probably be a little, oop, here's a bunny, a little bit different than most streams will be for the future, because in a normal stream we'll probably actually go ahead and follow a non-heir wolf through their first litter of puppies, and as they find a mate. And oh, we have a crossroads here. Let's go check out the cabin a little bit. But because Lucan does all that in Wolf, we actually won't be doing that, but he's with him. But he's the only one we know is not the heir. So we're going to be following him just as he kind of runs around in Lost River a little bit today. Is this a crib? I haven't actually poked around in Lost River for a while, but we're just going to be watching him a little bit. Kind of just testing out the live stream, getting everything set up. By next time, we may know who the heir is, because Katari and Terrell's litters have been going quite quickly, actually. And if they continue to do so, by the next time we do a live stream, we'll probably know who the heir is. And we'll probably know what other wolves we can follow. So, unfortunately, you can't go in the cabinet. It won't let you. But it's still kind of cool to poke around. Kind of creepy though. This Lost River really has a very post-apocalyptic kind of feel to it. There is definitely some sort of disaster. I've heard a lot of theories. What are you guys' theories on what happened here in Lost River? What do you guys think happened? Why is it deserted? I have literally heard everything from nuclear disaster to beaver apocalypse. Okay, oop, there goes a bunny. I guess we'll just hunt down the bunnies. We don't really have a specific goal with Lucan. We're kind of just poking around today. That'll be a little different, like I said, in, I see you guys have popcorn now. Good job with the popcorn. I don't have popcorn right now, and now you guys are gonna make me hungry. But like I said, it's gonna be a little different. We don't have a specific goal with Lucan. We're kind of just running around a little bit, and there's an old trailer here. Well, I really haven't been in Lost River for quite some time. To be quite honest, I haven't been around in Lost River, like, real-time exploring since the last time I in-depth explored Lost River was probably during beta testing. I really haven't poked around here much. I've played more of the full-on game where you actually start in Amethyst Mountain and go through Slough Creek. That is more what I have done. So it's kind of, oh hey Lily, welcome to the chat. So I really haven't messed around too much here in Lost River. It's been a while. So it's kind of cool. There's a lot of Easter eggs in Lost River, and I'm just gonna head back down this. Whoa, was that a bunny? That was the carcass. I was like, why did I get pulled off track all of a sudden? But so we're kind of just exploring right now, and maybe do a little bit of hunting. Lukan isn't going to be the heir, and we know that already because we've been following his story in Wolf. And if you haven't seen the episode today, I would go ahead and check that out because it was a little bit of a slower episode. We were kind of just trying to figure stuff out, but I finally figured out, I think, what it takes to rank up in the pack, and so I gave a little more info on that. But this is actually what Lucan has done on his way to journeying into Wolf. So you can already see there's a little bit more human impact. There's quite a bit more human impact. And I should just put this out right now. If you have not been to Lost River, if you have not poked around, there may be spoilers. So I'm just going to give that warning right now. If you don't want to see spoilers, probably not a good live stream to watch. If you're okay with spoilers or you've been to Lost River and have looked around, then great. Flooding in a hurricane is a really good idea, or a really interesting idea. I don't know. Do we actually know where Lost River is? It doesn't give a specific location, but it kind of looks like it's definitely somewhere in the middle of the U.S. Maybe a ways away from Yellowstone. It's not in Yellowstone. The other two episodes take place in Yellowstone, and but this one certainly doesn't. So it's a fictional location. As far as I know, it's not really inspired off a real place, but it's definitely a very interesting place. But yeah, I've always kind of thought it had to do possibly something with flooding, maybe. But then again, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of different theories. There's a bunch of different things that could. Was there a message on this garage door? No, there wasn't. Some of these garage doors, like you can see the one up there, and some of the ones further down have really creepy messages on them. And, I don't know, this one up here says, Uncle Henry, we couldn't wait any longer. Meet us at JJ's cabin. Hurry. So it's kind of an interesting, creepy little message. There's a whole bunch of them. There's more down here. They're all very interesting. Right now I'm actually running through the town, or the outskirts of the town area. Oh, there's a bunny. This one says we'll be back someday. So, but it looks like someday is not just yet. This one is I think the creepiest one I've seen, and it says I fought the power and the power won. I really don't know what that means, but that one kind of creeps me out a little bit. But oh yes, that is correct. We are in Lost River. This is not the Amethyst Mountain mission or the Slough Creek mission, because Lucan doesn't actually go through either of those. So this says no trespassing. Trespassers will be left here to suffer the consequences. That is a really creepy threat, honestly. Oh man. Normally those signs say something like trespassers will be shot. But I don't know. I almost feel like if it seems like if they're gonna say that, it'd be a worse threat than getting shot. I don't know. So yeah, it definitely does have kind of a zombie-ish feel to it, perhaps. That's another theory I've heard before. This one says first the river, now us. So that's kind of an interesting. So I saw someone mention that a little bit earlier about that particular sign. It's very interesting, but then there's actually this whole town down here that is totally abandoned, and I have actually been to a ghost town, but it was a very, very old ghost town. There is a ghost town sort of near where I live, but it's like, I believe it's like it's very much older. This is a more modern ghost town. this one is like Gold Rush Town. The town is actually deserted. There's no people here anymore, and it's been, that's why there's all the grass everywhere right here. The town has basically been started, like, nature has started to reclaim it because people haven't been here to keep it up. And so you can still see there's old papers and stuff flying around, but all the ground is covered in grass, and there's actually, there's a whole bunch of different, there's a bunch of different animals that actually live in this town. There's an ice cream truck that's just, like, parked up on this sidewalk. I don't know what to make of that. Yes, actually, I do have a building. If you guys want to see the building, I can go ahead and show you. Let me go ahead and show you guys that. This is the old carnival area. Kind of interesting. There's actually, and there's a bunch of achievements you can get for running around Lost River. I think I've unlocked most of them because we had to test if it worked during beta. So I've been pretty much everywhere there is to go, but there's a whole bunch. So almost anywhere you see a name, like, I don't know, this Stew's Den. I don't actually know who that refers to, but there's a bunch of different things. So almost anywhere you see a name of someone, it refers to a beta tester or a developer or something like that. So even these movie posters, there's a couple of, the Moon Tree. I don't know if you guys played WolfQuest back then, but you guys remember the Moon Tree? That's a reference. There was the Space Wolves in Space is a reference to a forum story thing. So there's a whole bunch of references. Almost anywhere you see, I don't know the noshing and networking one. Now we'll see if I can even find my building. I always get a little turned around in here, but like, yeah, oh, it's right here. So this is actually my building here, this little shop, Frodo's Forgotten Treasures. And I actually designed the sign for it. It was, that was back, oh gosh, that was last year. But this one, because my username on the forums is actually Frodo1, so everyone calls me Frodo there. Everyone calls me Jay here. But, so Frodo's Forgotten Treasure is my reference. But all of these, L's Laughing Market, Z's Rivets and Bolts, all of these, I can't even pronounce your name, I think it's Kuvira. I don't know how to pronounce her name, I'm so sorry. Koa, all of them are different beta testers. Andoril is a beta tester. Samher, Numera, all of them are different beta testers. The Moon Tree is a very, very old thing from Amethyst Mountain. There's like one lone tree. I think it's still there. There was like one lone tree up that was dead in the middle of the forest, and everybody called it the Moon Tree. I really don't know why, but it was kind of, it just became this urban legend thing. And so that's what the Moon Tree is a reference to. But yeah, almost everything you see in Lost River tends to be some sort of reference. And Lucan is actually kind of getting hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and head him towards that carcass over there. But, like, there's, somewhere in here, there's Dave's Bowling. Dave is the, one of the developers, like, the head developer. There's, I think there's a bunch of different signs in Lost River that are named after people. So almost anywhere you see a name, it's going to be someone who worked on WolfQuest, whether that would be through beta testing or through actually doing the developing. That says Phoenix. Huh. Oh, I think Phoenix is one of, yeah, there was someone at one point, I think she may have changed her name, but she used to go by Hidden Phoenix. But yeah, Dave's Bowl, that is a reference to one of the developers. There's all kinds of different things. And there's an elk herd in the streets. Yeah, Space Wolves was a joke because we have very strict realism rules when it comes to stories on the forum. And I'm going to go ahead and hunt some of these elk here. But there's all kinds of different, like, requirements for realism. And I was actually, this was during a period of time when I was fairly inactive because for a while the forums kind of died out. And this was back before 2.7 came into development. What happened was WolfQuest lost funding for a long time. And so there was no development or anything like that for quite some time. But somewhere in there, the moderators got a little silly and decided to write a story that obviously broke and mocked the realism rules. And so that's what the whole Space Wolves thing is. That was where that all came from. It was a joke with the moderators in the user writings forum. And I ran across it sort of after I came back to the forums after I was gone for about a year. That was when it all happened. But oh my goodness, it's well worth the read. It's very, very silly. How did that elk even get up there? Can I even get up here? Can I jump up there? There we go. See, people complain that the jump button isn't useful, and a lot of the time not really, but there are a few situations where it is. But yeah, if you get on the forum, Space Wolves is well worth the read. It's very random, but it's quite funny. But yeah, it's interesting because hunting in the city has its own set of unique challenges, because there's so many more obstacles. Like in the forest, you always have different trees and whatnot, but the hunting in the city is always a little bit different, a little bit interesting. So we'll go on ahead, and almost got this. And Lukan is actually, I should probably go over his stats. He's not a super strong wolf. He's actually fairly small, and he's fairly balanced, I believe. I'll show his stats in a moment. Just let me get him fed. Yeah, the moon tree was an old running joke. It was mostly among the role players from actually back before the second episode even came out. So let me here we go. Let's pack stats. So Lucan has 40 strength, 55 stamina, and 56 speed. So, and I think that it probably is technically would be like 49 or not for 54 stamina or something. It somehow got a little bit unbalanced, so it doesn't add up to the 150% it should have. But I think it rounds up. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of things. So then there's also, coming back over here, parched earth. I don't actually... It says a documentary about the current water crisis. So that probably has to do with the drought that's been going on in the southwest of the U.S., because I actually do. I actually live in the southwest, and it is very dry. It has been very, very dry. And then there's global I think it's warning, global warning. So that's just kind of a reference to global warning. This one I like, Bob's angry. If you were ever on the forum, do you remember when everybody used to call the bear Bob? There was a time period when everybody called the bear Bob, and so that's what that is. Geyser Diaries, that's just Yellowstone in general. Secret of Slough Creek, again, general Yellowstone sort of thing. Please don't feed the bears. Another kind of just general park safety. But there's all kinds of cool little things. There's an old police station. I'm not sure if they do. The stats, I don't know if they do or not. That's actually something, though, that I think would be a really cool idea, is if you could earn additional stats based off XP and stuff. But yeah, if that isn't a thing, I really hope it becomes a thing at some point in the future. So this is the old police station, kind of a cool area. The buildings are so well detailed, and it's like, they put a lot of effort into this. I was amazed. I actually, I was one of the later beta testers to come onto the team. I actually don't know what the coyotes were called. That's a good question. I remember they called them something, but I don't remember what it was. It never became as popular as Bob the Bear. To this day, people still use Bob the Bear. But like, I actually joined the testing midway through episode 2.7. I'm one of the newer testers. I was in the latest recruiting round. And this, so one of the first things I got to do was come to Lost River, and like, I had never seen it before in the earlier development stages, and it actually, by the time I got to see Lost River, it wasn't that far from done. And so I just remember coming to Lost River and being like, whoa, because they were very, they kept it very well secret. They kept it a very, very good secret. They were very secretive about Lost River. There we go. And about what exactly would be in Lost River. And so, like, we saw screenshots of it, but they managed to keep this whole town hidden. So I came in, I'm like, there's an entire abandoned town here. Nobody told me this. It was so cool, and I just remember there was a huge amount of people just loved Lost River when it first came out. They were completely amazed, and it was totally cool to see. Oh, we have a cougar. I think Lukan would go and kind of take a look at the cougar. He may be a little bit like his mother, having a little bit of animosity, especially since this cougar, I don't know, this cougar, kind of got stuck running in circles there a little bit, but we'll see. Lukan may actually be, I don't know if he'd be able to chase it down very well or not. Ooh, and it's turning around. It's going this way. But, yeah, so, actually, I think Katari is faster than Lukan. I'm not sure. I'd have to go look at Katari's stats again. All the different siblings have decently different stats, and, like, Lukan is definitely much smaller than his brother Apollo, who we may see depending on if he, becomes the heir, or if we do a live stream video with Apollo. Apollo was one of the golden colored puppies from the first litter, and he tends to be a pretty reckless, stubborn, strong wolf. He's very strong, but not all that fast. Yeah, no exit was very creepy. That's actually the achievement name. I don't know if that's what you meant, but there definitely is, like, there's no way out of Lost River. That's the creepiest part of it. One of the creepiest parts of it, for sure. That is very creepy. And we're still just chasing this cougar. I don't know, Lukan. Oh, yes, you may catch it. Oh, be careful, be careful. Oh, don't. Ah, dang it. He took a hit. Can we come in from behind and attack the cougar? I don't know if we... Where'd it go? Where did it go? It went off this way, it looks like. There it goes. The interesting thing is it can be pretty easy to get stuck in these hills. It definitely is pretty easy. Ooh, careful, Lukan. Ah, stupid cougar. These cougars do not mess around, but thankfully they don't hit quite as hard as bears do. Where'd the cougar go? There it goes. Running off back this way. Back down the hills. It's the only trouble with, Lost River is that sometimes the terrain is a little choppy. It's very, very beautiful, very, very cool. The waterfall is amazing. I think that's one of my favorite parts of the map is the waterfall because it is very beautiful. But yeah, it does have a lot of little teeny hills, and so you're always bouncing around everywhere. Hopefully that doesn't make anybody sick. But yeah. I don't know if we're gonna get this cougar, you guys. We're still kind of just chasing it. Oh, no. Oh gosh, Lukan. Okay, we're gonna back off now. We are definitely backing off now. Oh, Lukan. Got a little bit too bold there, and took a bit of a beating. Looks like his mother's luck with cougars is kind of hereditary. Yeah, Katari is, I don't know whether Katari is very lucky or very unlucky, because bad things always happen to her, but she always seems to get out of them with, like, only a scratch or whatever. Like, she'll survive, but she'll end up being very badly hurt, but she also survives, so she's kind of lucky but kind of unlucky. Oh, hey, Song, I do not have Shelter, but I've had multiple people tell me that I should play it. And I really want to, I really do want to play Shelter sometime. And that is one of my goals. The thing is, the major thing for me is that, I'm a college student, so I don't have a lot of money right now. But it is definitely, next time I want to go and buy a game, I'm definitely gonna look into, Shelter. It looks like a very cool game, and it's very well done. It's one of the few animal simulation games that I would actually compare to WolfQuest. I don't know if I've ever seen another. There are some that look pretty cool, but I think Shelter, out of the ones, I've seen quite a few Let's Play of it. Shelter and Shelter 2 are some of the few games that I would actually say are on a level with WolfQuest. Yeah, I definitely hope that Stranger Wolf luck is not hereditary. I honestly, I feel like if anybody is going to have the Stranger Wolf luck, it would be Kaya. Poor Kaya would get stuck with it. Poor Kaya would end up absolutely stuck with the Stranger Wolf luck. I believe Shelter is $15 to $20. I think Shelter 2 is $15 to $20. Shelter might be less. I'm not actually sure. I'd have to look again. I looked a while ago. But yeah, it seems like it could be a kind of fun game, and I definitely want to play it at some point. And from what I've seen of it, I would recommend it. But we'll go ahead and we'll take out this elk and just see. And we'll probably head out more into the wilds, kind of steer away from the city. And, it might be 10. I'm not sure. I only just got on Steam in order to be able to get niche. So I'm really not familiar with Steam games or whatever, and I'm actually, it's kind of ironic given that I have a game channel now, but I'm not that big of a gamer. I normally don't play that many games. So it's kind of, I think, you know what I think was 20 was, I think, the pack where you could get Shelter and Shelter 2. That was probably what was 20. And then now they have Meadow too, which is, it looks interesting, but I don't know, it seems like it might be kind of a difficult game to let's play. I know Siri has done it, and yeah, for those of you who may be wondering, I do watch Siri's videos, and I really, she's one of my inspirational YouTubers. Oh, song! Oh, you don't have to, but aw, thank you. But, so yeah, she's one of the inspirational YouTubers for me, honestly, when it comes to gaming videos. I would also say the one who's really got me into YouTube videos and stuff is Etho, Etho's Lab, he does the Minecraft videos. He was the first YouTuber I really ever watched, as far as, game videos go. I never really was into it about a year or so, until about a year and a half ago, maybe. So, but yeah, if I definitely want to play Shelter. There are a few other games that I might want to play. I'm definitely still looking. Oh yes, there's this part. I forgot that this was over this way. This flooded area, and you can actually see this is where the Beaver Apocalypse legends come from. Is this Beaver Lodge, or not? That's the Beaver Dam, and then the Beaver Lodge is out in the middle of the lake. But yeah, we'll definitely have to see. I'm still very new to gaming. Oh. Oh. Oh, thanks, song. Yeah, that's a lot of the reason why I don't do very many games, is I usually kind of suck at PvP. Even in Minecraft, I suck at PvP. I have a couple really old Minecraft videos, if you guys have seen those. And I deeply... Oh, can you hear the beavers? You can hear the beavers in the Beaver Lodge if you listen. But yeah, I really suck at PvP. Even in the old Minecraft videos I have, you can tell just how badly I suck at PvP. So, oh wow. No, okay. One of the saddest things in this one, I just want to read this off real quick. It says, Susan, we are waiting for you but one of the sad things about beta testing that, oh my goodness, it was we had to test multiplayer and make sure everything was working properly, and so there were like 3 of us on there, but thanks. Oh dear. But we had to check on, make sure everything was working, and so one of the things we had to do is make sure the puppies died properly. And it was horrible, and we were all just like, I feel so terrible about that, but there was like one day of testing where we were all just dropping puppies in the creek on purpose. And it was really bad, but we had to test it. Yeah, so do I. Oh, thanks, Lily. They're kind of old. They're really before I knew what I was doing, and I want to bring Minecraft back, but as you can see from the videos, whenever I went into the dark areas, there were a lot of problems, and you couldn't see anything, and that was back when I was using the old video recorder Loilo, which is pretty good, but I think I've found better ones that have better quality. And the one that I'm using now, it's OBS, which I think is Open Broadcasting Software or something like that. And here's one of the waterfalls. The waterfalls are so cool. I really like them. But oh, interesting fact. If you look in the preview video, actually the waterfall scene was some of my footage, because the beta testers all came together to do the preview videos. And so you can see a bunch of the different ones. You can see I think it was Solitary's wolf is in there. There's a bunch of the different beta testers. And so, like, it's kind of fun watching through the preview video to see, being like, I know who this wolf that is, but the waterfall footage was actually some of mine. There were a few scenes, yeah, you can hear the beavers in there. It's so cool, but I think it was actually up here, but the wolf in that is actually Katari. So apparently Katari went to Lost River before she actually came to Let's Play. Sorry, I'm getting tangled up in my headphone cord. And let me just make sure. Okay, my headphones likes to accidentally bump off the sound. It has one of those hardware toggles. And so I am utterly paranoid that it's going to flip itself off and stop recording my audio sometime when I am doing a video. So if my sound suddenly cuts out, you guys let me know and I will turn it back on. It's done it before and I fear it will do it again. But anyway, so that's actually that was the original preview video. So but yeah, you can actually see a lot. It was kind of funny because that was really my first experience with game recording. And that was another thing that sort of got me into it. The video idea was some of a lot of the videos. And that's an interesting question. I wonder how the researchers felt watching her in Lost River. That's a really good question. Or a really good thought. Not really a question, but it is a good thought. Maybe that's actually where she got her radio collar. I don't know. I really don't know. It's kind of an interesting thing. I actually don't really have much story for how Katari got her collar in the original story that I wrote that was on the WolfQuest forums. She got it because she was actually relocated to an area where the wolves were dying of sickness. And so she was vaccinated and brought to that area to help kind of repopulate and hopefully develop a resistant wolf population that would be immune to the disease. But I actually don't really have much story for her for that here, so it's very possible that maybe she was captured in Lost River and relocated to Yellowstone. Maybe this was one place she had wandered off to, and then she got caught and brought to Yellowstone as part of the wolf recovery program. But in any case, she was captured there, or wherever she was captured, that was where she was given her collar. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, bye, Lily. I will, I definitely want to stream more. It seems like this is going really good, even though I'm just kind of running around randomly, so I definitely want to stream more, but I'll see you later. But, oh my goodness. Oh man, I'm sorry, but, that's actually... oh, the lightning thing is so unintentional, but that is the thing. I had almost forgotten because we haven't had a storm for a while, but, the whole thing with Katari almost getting struck by lightning it still happens too. Probably the next time we have a storm, it'll happen again. But, I think it's BCE. I think we have to go back to the sign, but this is kind of where all the nuclear / BCE, remaking the world one molecule at a time. This is where a lot of the different rumors about like nuclear accident or whatever come from, is this area that you can't get into. That's where a lot of those speculations come from, and it very well could be. I actually just watched a documentary not long ago about the wolves of Chernobyl, and like they actually are radioactive. Like the researchers who were collaring them had to wear like gloves and face masks and such not to be able to even handle them, to get the collar on, to take blood samples and everything. Hi Liliana. And they actually, even to be able to just handle them, they had to be like fully in like a special suit, so because if they got any of the hairs on them or in their mouth or whatever, it was so radioactive that it could have caused them major health problems. But the wolves were actually doing really well, and this Lost River actually really does remind me of the area around Chernobyl, because it's very much a similar situation. You have the wild creeping into an area that ordinarily would have been populated but now isn't. So you had wolves living in abandoned buildings. You had them hiding in this old shed or whatever, and they really had just come back in, and I can't remember what the final total that they had in. I don't think you can get out through here. but I don't remember what the final total they had as far as how many wolves they thought were there. But there were quite a few wolves that had actually moved into the once populated areas that were no longer populated. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it. This is not my peak time of day. I usually get my second wind a little later on, and I'm a little thirsty, so give me a sec. I always have to keep juice right here because especially when I'm recording, I have to talk so much so I get really thirsty. Oh, huh. That's a really interesting thought. I've never heard that thought before about, perhaps it was the, that's a really interesting thought that the wolves in this area got too aggressive and had to be relocated away from people. I wonder if that's possible. Normally wolves aren't aggressive, but that could indicate some sort of sickness or whatever that started spreading. And that was actually the concept behind the story that Kakutari was in originally, was that there was an illness, and the illness in the story that I had didn't really, that's so cool. People tend to spell my real name wrong. Like, it's an uncommon spelling of it. I don't really share my real name on the internet, but I will say, that it's not the common spelling of it, and so people normally, spell it wrong. But that is a really interesting theory. If there was, like, some sort of illness or something that came through and caused the wolves to become very aggressive, and, and if it's spread, because like rabies, it can spread to a lot of different creatures. It can spread to, I think it can spread to all mammals, but oh my goodness. Oh dear. So I don't okay, in terms of shooting wolves and such, I don't know what the laws would be. I would think it varies greatly depending on the area. I know some people do hunt wolves, don't necessarily condone that, but I don't know. In certain cases, yes, but I really don't necessarily condone sport hunting. I think if you're gonna hunt, you should use, so like, okay, people who would trap a wolf for fur, that's one thing. Don't necessarily condone hunting them just for sport or whatever. But anyway, I'm sure there are laws regulating it. I live in California. We technically don't even have wolves. We had, I think it was OR5 was what they called him. He came from, one who came down from Oregon, but I think he and his mate and his puppies ended up moving back up to Oregon. I actually haven't heard much about him recently. I should look him up again. But so technically we don't really have wolves here. They were hunted out basically to extinction here because we used to have them up in Northern California, but I'm in the desert part, which is why we have water issues. But oh my goodness, the so Song mentioned wolflings. That's very, very complicated. Basically, they're that's a headcanon fantasy thing that I have that I came up with. It basically is the idea of something that inspired werewolf legends is wolf shifters, and they're not exactly werewolves. They're not associated with all the magic and such not that goes with it, but the idea, basically they're a person who can shift into an anthropomorphic wolf. You have no, I don't know, maybe that is how the wolflings came to be, was they got bitten by radioactive wolves. I really don't know. But yeah, okay, so when it comes to wolf hunters, yeah, red wolves are endangered, definitely shouldn't be hunted under any circumstances. The trouble with red wolves is I think some people have mistaken them for coyotes, and I think that's how some of them get killed, but to an extent, it really depends, because, okay, so let's say you have a wolf that becomes familiarized with humans. There's a lot of cattle ranchers and sheep ranchers and such not where it lives, and so it becomes very acclimated to humans, starts preying on sheep or whatnot, and then becomes aggressive because it gets acclimated to humans. Then that is a case when I would say you might have to hunt the wolf and kill it. Because if it's becoming a threat to people and you can't, well, okay then. But if it's becoming a threat to people and relocating it doesn't work, if it finds its way back, finds its way to other people, then you might have to kill the wolf. Other than that, we don't necessarily have a goal in this right now, too, but I think I'm going to try to head towards the waterfall. So let's get ourselves oriented that way. There we go. But if you're just hunting a wolf to hunt a wolf, that I really don't condone unless it's like there's some overabundance and they need to have their numbers trimmed or for whatever reason. So, yeah, in Texas, I don't know. What kind of wolves do you have in Texas? I'm not very familiar. Is it the same? Is it like just normal gray wolves? So the goal in this stream, this is really the pilot episode. Sorry, you guys are asking a lot of questions, so I'm kind of jumping around. The goal in this stream is kind of just testing it out. Since we're working with Lucan, we aren't going to really find him a mate or anything. But we're kind of just exploring Lost River this time. In future streams, we probably will take a wolf that isn't going to be the heir and follow them for one litter and have them find a mate and then raise their first litter of puppies. And that will be our goal for the stream. And so, like, you guys will get to pick names for the puppies or whatever. You guys will get to say what den, and you can do it all in real time. This is kind of just testing out, making sure streaming works, seeing how well it works with WolfQuest and such not. So this is really the test stream. The next stream, I probably won't be able to do these, I probably won't be able to do these streams super often, but when I can do them, probably by the next time we will know who the heir is. I guess we've already been to the waterfall, but, so it's we're kind of just testing this out for this time. But by the next time, we probably will know who the heir is, because we've been moving pretty quickly through Katari and Terrell's puppies. And they're oh, I'm attached to all of them, honestly. But, so we probably will be able to have their last litter done by this weekend. If I stream next weekend, it just depends on when I'm going to have time. So I might stream Fridays, I might stream Saturdays. I probably won't have an organized streaming schedule because depending on... A lot of the issue with recording is sometimes people at my house get a little noisy. So let me take you guys to see the fire tower. That's something we can do. But yeah, so there's, I have a really easy last name to pronounce, I think, but, what was interesting is, it depends on the area as far as pronunciation, so, like, in America, it's hard to pronounce any non-English based names, but probably, depending on, so, like, I've been to Ukraine, and, when we were there, everybody spoke some combination of Russian and Ukrainian. And their names were very hard for me to pronounce, but my name was probably difficult for them to pronounce as well. So it really just depends on what you're used to speaking. And so, like, in Russian, they have a lot of rolling R's. And I cannot roll my R's. So when it comes to speaking Russian, I actually have a speech impediment. They'll be just doing this thing, and I'm just like... but for them, one difficult thing for them is pronouncing V and W. And so that's difficult for them to say, so... it's hard for them to distinguish between those. So it just depends on the region when it comes to pronunciation. I would consider streaming multiplayer. I would have to probably I would probably have to find a group of people that I would be comfortable streaming multiplayer with, because even though there are good rules, and I haven't actually played much multiplayer recently, but I would have to make sure that the people were going to follow the rules, keep everything G-rated, because I know people have found ways to cheat around it and stuff, and because I keep my channel PG and under, I would have to be very, very certain that the people I was playing with would be willing to do the same and wouldn't be slipping in cuss words or anything like that. Where is the fire tower? The hilltop, that's where we need to go, so we need to go this way. So if I was going to stream multiplayer, that I would have to do something like that, but I'm definitely not opposed to it. And, like, I might even, if you guys wanted to do multiplayer sometime and, like, you guys were all clear on the rules and everything, I would consider doing that. I definitely would. I think it could be a lot of fun. It would just, the thing would be is my schedule, the scheduling would be a little bit, hard to figure out because I don't always know my schedule until sometimes right away. As far as getting the game, it's $10 on Steam and $10 on itch.io. It's really not that, it's not too much. And then they also run pretty much monthly contests where you can have a chance at winning the game by doing something on the forums. But as far as puppies, I am attached to all of them, honestly. But I think Kaya, for sure, I am very attached to, just because we almost lost her. I'm pretty attached to Ashy, too, just watching, just kind of watching her, as she has grown, and especially as her bond with Kaya has developed, because it did seem like they were really close. Yeah, it's, I've been, okay, I think you can play phone and still, I think if you play on a phone, you can still connect to games with, English, but yeah, the game is, pretty simple. I've been playing for a long time. I've actually been playing WolfQuest since the demo came out. The demo, not the, Amethyst Mountain demo that we have now, but the demo back before Amethyst Mountain was ever released, back before 0.1 came out, when you couldn't save. That was when I first started playing WolfQuest. I was like 8. It has been a long time, but it's a pretty simple game. You basically just have to play as a wolf and hunt to survive and try to eventually raise puppies. It's okay. Yeah. No, it's yeah, it's fine. No, I welcome people from all over the world, no matter what language you speak. I'm just happy you guys are here. I'm amazed, because there are people all over the world who watch my channel, and I only have like 100 subscribers right now, and the diversity even among you 100 is incredible. I mean, I have people, most of you guys are from America, but I have people from the UK, I have people from Europe, I have people from all over the world watching, and it's just mind-boggling to me. The probably second most common language where I live is Spanish. So it's funny, because I like to say I'm partially hexalingual, because English is my first language, the only one I speak fluently, but I speak enough Spanish to be able to get along enough and kind of fumble my way through a conversation, especially if the Spanish speaker knows enough English to be able to do the same. I know a little Russian/Ukrainian from my trip over there. I know like one word of Chinese. I know a few words in Japanese. And, I think there are a few others, but, I always forget. I know a few random words from other languages. So, but yeah, English is definitely the only language I speak fluently. Oh, no problem, song. But yeah, so I don't know, is there anything you guys would specifically like to see me do in this stream? We've kind of ran around and explored quite a bit in this. The next time we stream, I would like for it to be something we do probably with the next heir, or not the heir, but one of the non-heirs. And probably what we'll do is we'll have the main heir, who we follow all the way through 3 or 4 litters like we're doing with Guitari and Terrell. But then we'll have several others who we follow through these stream side story type things. And we may even do little side things with them outside of streaming. But we'll probably, so like, let's say Kaya is the heir, then we might follow, we may follow Ashy on a side quest. We may follow, well, we're following Lukan right now. We might follow, Kanto, or we might follow Rico, or we might follow, maybe we'd follow Lyra. Or Lila. Is it Lyra or Lila? I can't remember. I cannot keep track of all these names. I am so sorry. But we might follow one of them on a side quest or side story if we manage. So if we depending on the one litter, we don't know if they're all gonna survive or not. I'm a little bit apprehensive, especially given today's episode. If you guys have seen today's episode, that got fairly insane. Predators literally every time we came back to the den, it felt like But yeah, Russian is an interesting language. It's kind of one of those languages that tends to sound angry to English speakers just because of the intonations and such not. It's funny because there are different, depending on your background, the grammar and the pronunciation guidelines make different languages sound different ways in certain other languages. So like, to Americans, German tends to sound perpetually angry. And it's not, but based off German pronunciation rules, versus English pronunciation rules, the intonation and stuff is in such a way that it tends to sound like you would sound if you were angry speaking English. And I don't know how do English speakers sound to Germans. I'm sure we sound weird. We probably sound, yeah, we probably sound weird. So, and then there's the thing, because there's English, but then there's like British English, and then there's American English. And so you have Americans who say British people have an accent, British people say American people have an accent. And when you hear them trying to use each other's accents, it gets kind of hilarious. It really gets it's really interesting. Linguistics are a very interesting thing for me. I think a lot of it's because I'm a writer, and so like I've tried to make, okay, see you in a bit, Veronica. I've tried to make my own language before. I probably didn't do a very good job of it, but, yeah, it definitely is. It's beautiful in its own way, but to a lot of, English speakers, it uses a lot of the same sounds we sound when we're angry, so I don't know. It's, we maybe do sound sing-song. That probably is fairly accurate. Yeah, it is. It's one of those things, Russian is another one of those languages where it does sound kind of angry, at least to us. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing, because I'm sure people in other languages who speak other languages think we sound a certain way too. We probably sound angry to some languages, I'm sure. It's kind of just an interesting thing. It always kind of fascinates me. But yeah, I actually really like Russian. I think it's a very neat language. The one I really like the sounds and such not is like the Old Norse. I tend to have a lot of Old Norse names and such not. And depending on the story I have, I also I have a lot of characters with Japanese names. Katari's name is actually not Japanese, but it's kind of meant to sound sort of Japanese. I've had Katari as a character for the longest time, so, okay, see you later, song. But yeah, it's kind of interesting, and I actually like making a lot of my own names, trying to come up with them. So, Katari is one that I came up with, but it's, when you're going to make up a name, there are varying different approaches, but one thing I usually will do is, I'll look up words in other languages, and then maybe kind of morph them, or just use them as they are. So, like, for Raiden's Quest, that one, all the names have a Japanese theme. That was sort of an accident, because Raiden's was the first name that I figured out, and, his name is Japanese, so I thought, common theme, I'm just gonna go with Japanese names. But, so, like, when I'm going to name a character in Raiden's Quest, I'll either go look up Japanese names, or I will look up Japanese words, and figure out what they mean, and then use them as a name. So, it really just depends. And yeah, I probably will butcher the pronunciation of that, and that's one thing about other languages I'm always afraid of. I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation. I did that when I was in Ukraine. I said something, I didn't butcher the pronunciation, but I said, I butchered the grammar. And I realized afterwards that I probably said, like, I don't even remember the exact context now, but it was, I did not get the response I had intended, and I realized, I probably had said the grammar wrong, and it changed the meaning of the sentence, and I was just like, oh, come on. I'm really hoping, I was like 10 when I went to Ukraine, so I'm hoping they excused it, because I hope I didn't offend someone. But yeah, that's, that made me a little wary of trying to say things in other languages. But yeah, so, it's kind of just interesting, to me. But it's so cool that there are people all over the world who watch this channel. That completely blew my mind when I went into my analytics. Yeah, British English is cool. I will switch into sort of a British accent sometimes randomly. I pretty much blame Doctor Who for that. For the fact that I sometimes randomly say things that sound British. Ooh! Oh, that was a bad one. Is it running away? Is it running away? I don't want Lucan to die. If Lucan dies, I mean, obviously, we're gonna be able to revive him, because... There we go. There's running. But, because he obviously shows up in Wolf, but, I still don't really want him to die. But but yeah, so occasionally I will burst out into random British accents. I don't know if you guys have seen that or not. It's probably not even a good British accent either, but for a while there I've like binge watched Doctor Who. And ever since then the British thing happens occasionally, and yeah. But so I don't know, do you guys have any additional goals you'd like to see? Anything you'd like to see me come do while we're here in Lost River? I may try to wrap up the stream a little bit. It's probably be longer for the actual ones where we're following through a litter. That's the other thing too, is I did talk about there's a game called Wolf Online, which is it's somebody basically tried to recreate Wolf, and if I end up getting it working, oh, welcome back, Veronica. But if I get that working, I've had some technical difficulties. I'm trying to talk to them on the forum about that and see if I can get it set up. I think it's because, as far as I know, most people have only tested it on Windows 7, and I have a Windows 8 computer. Yeah, definitely, British English is definitely more elegant. Oh, really? That makes me feel a little bit better. But so, yeah, it definitely makes me feel a little better. But, so if I get that working, I believe you can actually customize your wolf to an extent. And if so, then that would give us the freedom to easily make any of our non-heir descendants in wolf. And if we do that, we could continue with multiple stories there. Right now, we're just following Lucan. And then, of course, there's going to be Lucan's puppies, if he manages to have them, successfully and everything. Well, I mean, not him, but his mate. But if they manage to raise their puppies successfully and everything, then we can potentially follow them. And it would be it's kind of an interesting thing. I don't know if we'll be able to get Wolf Online working or not, but I don't think that's proper grammar. That probably, I can see what you mean, but that's not the grammar. You might be able to, people could probably pick up on what it means, but yeah, it's so like challenges. What kind of challenges are you thinking? Like kill this many elk or travel this far or whatever. What are you thinking when you say challenges? So, I don't think I've read that. Oh, we haven't been through the channel yet. Let's see, so yeah, we could definitely do some sort of side challenge thing. I would like to do that too, because I have a feeling even if we do streaming, we may not be able to get through all the heirs. So, right now we don't know, or not heirs, but non-heirs. Right now we don't know what the, non-heirs are going to be and who the heir is going to be. But, once we get past Katari and Terrell's litters and into their heirs' litters, we should never have that problem again, because we can always go, oh! Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, definitely pull up challenges, but, that's the other thing, too, is I want to assign each wolf a unique challenge, kind of based off their experiences. So, Kaya's challenge would definitely have something to do with stranger wolves and not visiting the dens near the pack that attacked her as a puppy. But I think, too, like, if we do something with Kaya, I kind of want to do something with Ashy as well, because I feel like the two of them were very close, and it almost looked like Ashy came and attacked, the stranger wolf that was coming after Kaya. But anyway, where was I going with this? But I definitely do want to assign each wolf a unique challenge. And to, like, a certain thing. So, like, for Apollo, if we were to choose Apollo as an heir, he's very strong, but he's also kind of brash and bold. He was one of the puppies who was always wandering away. Oh, 5 elks for 1 second. I'm not sure I could do that. That's a little bit of an interesting thing, but yeah, kind of, that'll be, that would certainly be a challenge. We might have to do something a little bit easier, but, something like that, perhaps. But, so, like, if we went with Apollo, he might have to have the dens that are nearest. He might intentionally take the den at Bison Peak Cutoff, because he felt very aggressive, and because remember, Apollo was there when Kaya got attacked, we just couldn't see him. But he might be feeling very aggressive towards the stranger wolves and have to take that den because he wanted to kind of challenge their territory. He wanted to make he might want to make his presence there and say, this is my den, you back off, this is where I live, I'm claiming this area. Versus Kaya would probably want to stay as far away from that pack as she possibly could. And probably even, she probably would tend to go just to the Aspen Heights den. Because if she went to another, if she went to any other den, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought, then she could, I mean, she probably would feel threatened because she got attacked by a stranger wolf at the secret den. I guess that's what people still call it. There's not really a specific name for it. The Bison Peak Cutoff den is even closer to the pack that attacked her. You gotta regain stamina a little bit here before we can get this bunny. Maybe. And then the other den, she witnessed multiple other attacks on her younger siblings, and so I think she would feel like Aspen Heights might be the only safe den because it's so far away, versus Apollo's I'm going to challenge the stranger wolves approach. Trying to think of other challenges potentially too, so if you guys have suggestions, by all means throw them out there. I'm making this series for you guys. You guys have really seemed to like it. Excuse me. And so I really want your input on it. If you guys have a thought, if you have something you want to suggest, by all means say it. I welcome your suggestions. That's why I put up all the polls and everything. Because I want to, oh my goodness, yeah, so, let's see, but yeah, I really want you guys' suggestions, so, but I think each wolf should have something specific. We don't really get to, most of the personality of the wolves in this is determined by what we choose to give them. So, like, there's not really a set personality. There sometimes are pups that seem to wander away from the den more, but other than that, not so much. I kind of want one pup to be good with, yeah, that is an interesting thought. And it looks like you said part one, so I'll let you finish that, but, I definitely want one wolf that has something to do with water and the river, because Terrell, if you'll recall, in the first one, the very first litter they ever had, came bolting across the river with some of the puppies, all the puppies, and got them all across all by himself, and he seemed to know the river very well, so it would be cool if one of his puppies inherited that, that ability somehow. And I'll try to have those all come up with by the time that we actually go to choose an heir. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. If Kaya is a bit too timid to enforce her territory because she's so scared of stranger wolves, it'd be kind of an interesting, it would be a very interesting thing. So that's definitely a possibility, sort of along the lines of the kinds of things I've been thinking. Like I said, Apollo's challenge would probably be that he's very brash and bold. Kanto, was it Kanto or Kanjo? I think it was Kanto. I'm sorry, I cannot remember his name. Who was kind of the wandering puppy in the second litter, might have, what kind of challenge do you think he might have? Or something, because I feel like, you know, he wandered a lot, and then, so we also, as far as wolves that don't have challenge, I have some idea for, Kaya's, I have some idea for Apollo's, but I don't really have any for the others, so we still have to kind of come up with ones for Cassidy, we have to come up with one for Ashy, we have to come up with ones for Neo, for Lucan doesn't really get a challenge because he moves on to Wolf. Sorry, Lucan. But you get to run around in Lost River right now. We have to come up with ones for the puppies from this litter, the most recent litter, if they all make it, or for those that do make it. We have a lot of challenges to come up with, so if you guys have any suggestions, I welcome them. But yeah, that is already kind of similar to what I was thinking Kaya's challenge might be. I definitely want it to have something to do with stranger wolves and the dens. Yeah, cattle ranch would be a good challenge. Perhaps that could be, you can. That is a lot. You can carry a puppy far away from the den. That was the question, is can you carry a puppy far away from the den? You can. It's much easier to do that when you're on the end mission, because the puppies will no longer try to get back to the den, and the mate will no longer try and carry them back to the den. So it would be very possible to have to detour and maybe have to hunt in front of the puppies or something to be able to teach them or something like that. It would be very possible to do that. But it would be easiest to do that on the end mission. So that could be a kind of interesting challenge. I know, I do know Siri tends to do a lot of challenges with her wolves, so that is one thing I want to be careful of, is I don't want to end up taking too much inspiration from her. But I definitely do understand the want to have all these challenges and stuff. I just want to be careful not to seem like I'm copying or anything. I do want to come up with a lot of original ideas if I can. But I don't think the challenges themselves are too close, because that's just something that you tend to do even playing on your own. The mate will bring them back to the den unless it is during the final mission, because the final mission is the only one where it really wants you to carry puppies away from the den. So other than that, the mate will try to get them back to the den. But that, yeah, so it still would be possible to do. You probably just have to do it during the end mission to the summer hunting grounds. So, yeah, but I definitely do want to do stuff with challenges. I just want to try and make them as unique as possible. Can we get up here? Can we jump up here? No, we can't. A lot of these places have the invisible walls around them. I don't know. Can we get to the top of the dam? I'm not sure. I'm gonna go check that out. But, I definitely do want to do stuff like that. I'm still trying to... I think the cattle ranch would be a good challenge. I just don't know who it would be a good challenge for. I don't know. Can we get past these rocks? Probably not. Probably meant to block us. Oh! Whoa! Apparently we can get past the rocks. I don't know that I've ever been over in this area. Maybe, because I think we can climb out, during the end mission, that is true. If you're still at the den with the puppies, the mate will try to bring them back to the den. But other than that, if it's during the end mission, then yes. Yeah, Siri does do challenges with her wolves. She also has a lot more fantasy stuff, like she's implemented stuff like ancestor blessings and stuff. I don't really want to do... I want to try to keep this a little more realistic, although I definitely respect her going into the more fantastical. Looks like we can't get to the dam and run across it. That'd be kind of cool, though. But in her more recent one, she has all kinds of different things she's added. She does do a lot of challenges and side stories, which is why I hesitate with doing those things with my wolves, because I want to make this unique. I don't want it to be very similar, super similar to her series. So even though I do really like her series and I think she's done a great job, but I just want to strive to be unique, because I don't want to take too much from what's already been done. I want to be able to kind of strive and find my own path, find my own new things to do, and make the series something that is unique to our community and not borrowing a lot from someone who's been really successful. I think there is something to be said for innovation and trying new things. And I mean, you know, the other thing I don't want is I do get a little hesitant about potentially people, if the channel ever grows a lot more, being like, you're copying, and I really don't want that. I don't want people to feel like I'm copying or like they're getting cheated or anything. So even though I do want to do the only thing I want, or the one thing I really want to do, is I do want to do the challenges, but I want to do them in such a way as to make them different. So, like I'd said, I think each wolf should have a personal challenge if possible. such as Kaya having to possibly either stay away from the den or keep her territory markings low, Apollo having to be very aggressive towards stranger wolves, or such not. I'm trying to think about, do you guys remember if there were any other specifically very unique attributes some of the puppies had? Maybe it would be Neo who would be a good water wolf. What do you think? Neo was one of our girl puppies from the first litter, so she's Apollo's sibling from that litter. Apollo and Cassidy and Neo and Lucan, who we're playing as right now, are the first litter. But maybe it would be Neo who would have inherited her dad's talent for crossing the water, because Terrell, seriously, I don't think, I've played the game before, but I don't think I've had a mate who's been so good at getting all the puppies across safely. And that's totally the game. That is not me. Terrell was the one who went and grabbed all the puppies and brought them across. I think during the last litter, Katari carried one puppy. During the first litter, Terrell brought all of them across. So I feel like we'd have to have one puppy that would have some sort of challenge or special ability to do with the water. Maybe it would be Neo, because she watched her dad. I think she may have been... Was she the first one that Terrell carried across, or was that Cassidy? It may have been Cassidy. I think it may have been Neo. I think it was Neo. I'm pretty sure it was Neo. Do you guys remember? But if so, perhaps she could have some sort of bonus thing where she'd be very good with the water, and we could make like a save point, an additional save point, because my rule generally is that we only save once per episode, just in case we ever did something with being able to reload. But perhaps Neo could have some sort of special ability where, like, we could make a save point before we cross the river, and for a time or two, if a puppy died or something, and we would be able to reload it and say the pup did not die because Neo is very good in the water and be able to rescue her. Yes, Cassidy was definitely a rebel, and definitely had a lot of her mother's fiery side to her. So yeah, like, even if you watch the videos, Cassidy was one of the pups. She and Apollo were the puppies who were always running off. Apollo is kind of, I feel like, the reckless one, but I think Cassidy was the ringleader. It almost seemed like. And I definitely think Cassidy would have some sort of trying to break the rules or whatever. I don't think it's to the point of not caring about survival, but I think she probably would have some sort of challenge. Sort of like we had a challenge where Katari and Terrell had to take down a bull elk before they could come to Slough Creek. Perhaps something like that with her. Where have I left? Maybe we'll go try and fight some stranger wolves or meet some stranger wolves or something. I feel like Lucan is kind of easygoing. Like, even when we have encountered some loners in the territory in Wolf, he didn't really chase them off. He kind of just played with them and then said, but seriously, you need to get out. He was very nice and gentle about it. And, oh, we have Centrals right here. Let's just go ahead and maybe meet some of the locals. Wow, I'm seeing a lot of support for Apollo and Kaya. You guys really seem to like them. I'll go ahead and say, okay, what's going on here? Oh, we do have a wolf. Okay. This is a Lost River male. Apollo, I feel like Apollo would, or not Apollo, Lucan would kind of wait, and maybe he'd probably fight a little bit if he was threatened, but I don't think he would attack viciously. I think at this point he would give in. Oh, I'm sorry, but that is pretty cute. Lucan, why are you sticking your head in the mountainside? Why? Why? Yeah, I think we're gonna leave because, first of all, that male is really strong, and secondly, Lucan I don't think would stick with that. Oh, I guess we have enough experience to look for a mate. Okay. So, guys, I wonder if Lucan did find a mate, but something happened to her. I don't know. Lily. Yeah, Lily, try and message me. Do you know how to message? Do you know how to use the YouTube messaging? But like, I definitely see what you guys are saying about Cassidy being more of a rebel, but I'm glad you guys like the realism. That is the one thing that, like, I sort of don't like about series stuff is I appreciate it. I get that it's fantasy, but I would like to... I kind of liked the idea of more the realism WolfQuest has at the same time. So, yeah, it was a strong wolf. Okay, Lily, I believe if you go to my profile and you go to the About, or what's the tab called where you can view the little write-up I have? There should be an option at the bottom that'll let you send a message if you go to that tab on the channel. And that way I can message you about it and I can explain in more detail. I definitely, I like the realism as well. And so while I appreciate the fantasy, I wanted to see a more realistic series. I think, how do we, no, it's this way, I'm pretty sure. So that's kind of what I strive for, is more the realism. So like, okay, we won't have the wolf ancestors or whatever that, like she has her wolf's ancestors. Yeah, I appreciate the lore. It's a clever thing to do. It's kind of her idea of ancestor blessings is pretty cool, but for my series, I don't think I would do that because I also appreciate the realism of the game and how it is quite realistic and how it does stick very true to the spirit of the game and Wolves in the Wild. I really want to bring that out and see if we can find clever ways. That was sort of... Okay, so the one thing I've seen about the user writings, yeah, that's the other way you can get to messages, I believe. So the one thing about user writings is they enforce very strict guidelines of realism, and a lot of people complained about it. And yeah, it kind of does suck sometimes because it feels like they do go a little bit overboard, but at the same time it was also a huge challenge, and it was really when I grew in my writings was when I was writing for the forum, because I had guidelines. I had very strict guidelines I had to follow in order for the story to go on, and so you have to be clever, you have to be creative, you have to figure out, okay, I'm only allowed to do this and this, so how can I make a story within these guidelines and still make it unique? You have to kind of think outside the box, and that's really how I feel about this series too, is I want to really make it unique. I want to make it different from other WolfQuest series, and I want to stay true to the spirit of the game without adding in a bunch of extra stuff. Not like it's totally a bad thing. Like I said, I really do appreciate series creativity, but at the same time, for me and for this series, I really want to stay true to the realism. And yeah, maybe someday if you guys all decided you wanted to see more of a fantasy element, maybe we'd start adding more of that in. But for now, I think one of the strongest points about this series is the realism and just the weird little things that happen in the game, like that last possible rescue where Katari was able to save Kaya. Like that, okay, that wasn't even me. I am not super skilled at this game. That was pretty much just flat out luck. I can tell you, my mind pretty much locked up when I saw that. Ooh, can we even get down here? We might not be able to get down there. Not from here at least. But when that stranger wolf was about ready to kill Kaya, and like literally, if you watch the footage, it was bending over ready to bite her. I thought we lost her in that moment, but like pretty much all I did was instinctively slam the forward key and start spamming spacebar, and by some miracle Kaya was okay and we were able to chase the stranger wolf off. So I think that in itself, those sorts of things lend plenty to the story, and so especially for now, I want to keep the series pretty realistic. If you guys decide you want to start seeing more fantasy in due time, then yeah, we can certainly move more in that direction, but for now, I want to keep it really realistic. So within the idea of perhaps having wolves that are more skilled in one thing or another, I don't see that as unrealistic. So like a wolf that's very good with the river, if we had Neo become very skilled with the river and have the ability to like reload a save if a puppy died in the water maybe one time to keep it from being overpowered, I don't think that would be too overboard. What do you guys think? But in my opinion, I see that as instead of a puppy having died, Neo's skill with the water perhaps would have enabled her to dive in at the last second and snatch the puppy out of the water and get it to safety before it drowned. Versus it being some big, huge... Well, and that is the thing, is the series is not totally realistic because we are adding some amount of human element to the wolves. We're adding a lot of human emotion, a lot of human thought process, etc. Normal wolves don't have as much of a level of characterization, but that's in almost any story, almost any animal fiction you'll read is going to have some level of that. And so, as long as we understand that, like, real wolves aren't going to have all of this characterization, it's a little bit different. It's not, it's within a reasonable level. There's going to be some amount of unrealism no matter what, because even here, okay, would a wolf go and mass kill a herd of elk? No, we have plenty of carcasses sitting around. Lucan in real life would not be hunting right now, but we're earning him some experience points, so he's hunting right now. The game is not fully realistic, but as far as realism in games goes, it's pretty darn close. And that's, I think, a lot of the reason I really like it a lot. And I'm really excited. If you guys haven't seen on the forums, they actually announced recently that they're going to come out with a 3rd episode of WolfQuest as a DLC. And that's all on the forum. You can find the official announcement in the news forum, and I'm really looking forward to that. And yes, I will be playing it. You guys have asked me already if I'm going to be playing it. Yeah, I'm going to be playing it. Probably also going to end up beta testing it, which means that you'll hopefully get some bloopers from that, but only after it comes out, because that is the one thing with my beta bloopers is I've gotten permission to post the moose ones, and I think I'll probably be able to get permission to post the other ones in the future, but only after the episode releases. Yeah, Cecilia, that is definitely a thing people do. Some people do in WolfQuest think the killing coyotes is mean. That's actually pretty that's a pretty realistic part of it, because as I've talked about before, wolves really would kill coyotes and such not, because they're competition. They're competition for food. They're enemies to puppies. That's how predators are. They do have to compete like that, and that's... Wolves don't really have a mean... They don't think about me. Oi, coyote! Speaking of coyotes, that coyote's eating our bunny. I'm gonna eat the bunny. But, it's really not. They don't have... There aren't really mean wolves. They're just doing what wolves do. And that's they hunt, they defend their puppies, and that's something that I think it's important, is you don't want to personify them too much. Now, okay, by the same token, I don't know what I'm saying anymore, I'm sorry. In some of my stories, yeah, I do have good and evil wolves, and they are much more personified. So, like, this series Raiden's Quest I keep talking about, definitely personified. Definitely wolves that have a lot more of a human element. Definitely not a realistic series. I do endeavor to keep some realistic things in it, and so, like, I have done quite a bit of research on real wolves to think about how to keep some realism in even a series that's going to be unrealistic. But I do also appreciate the realism. Yeah, that's a really cool idea, actually, Veronica. I'm not sure if they would let you do that, because they might require you to write from the perspective of the wolf, but I don't know. You'd have to go on the forum and ask in the topic, because I would read it. That'd be really cool. Yeah. Also, if you guys ever do want to write like fan fiction, or even just if you guys have written stories about wolves or whatever, let me know. I would love to read them. I love reading. I'm a writer myself. That's actually a surprise. I thought I was going to have a lot more to do with writing, but this is kind of an unexpected endeavor away, or an unexpected turn of event, kind of away from the writing. But at the same time, there is a lot to story crafting in WolfQuest, because, you know, coming up with these challenges, coming up with the characters and kind of a little bit of their expounded personalities, there is a lot of story craft in it. That is a good idea for a challenge. So that it's a very good idea. So what would be the reasoning behind why they'd have to do that? So why would they have to be doing, maybe the other puppies have, yes, by all means you can. I would love to see that. I would love to see writings. I would love to see art. If you guys want to do any of that, by all means, go for it. I love to see I would love to see that sort of thing. I love to read. I love I like writing, and I like to do art myself, and so I'd love to see what you guys come up with that. If you have writings, if you have fan fiction, send it to me. Post it in the comments. Email me. You guys have, I think it should be in my about info for the channel. I think I should have my email that you guys can send it to. If you guys send stuff to me, if you send in art or whatever, I probably will try to find some way of featuring it, whether it be at the beginning of a video or whatever, versus, or if I just go ahead and have like a fan art feature or something, and for fan fiction, it's a little harder to do, but, I'll try to work that in somehow too. If you guys have ideas of how I could work in the fan fiction somehow, I know Siri had a couple creative ways. Whoa, my gosh. Wow. Those elk just came out of nowhere. Oh my goodness. Oh, that brings back memories of beta testing. But yeah, if you guys have ideas on what I could do with the fan fiction, I know Siri has come up with some pretty creative ways of involving fan fiction in her series. Puns. But if you guys have any ideas for how I could do that on my channel, I would love to. It is a little bit harder to involve fan fiction in the channel than it is to involve art, because art you can just show the picture for a while, whereas fan fiction you usually have to read it. It takes a little bit longer, but at the very least I would love to go through and read you guys' fan fictions, and I would love to try and find some way of featuring at least some of them, depending on how much I get, somehow in the series. So yeah, by all means, send me if you have fan works. But as to Sophia's challenge of feeding one puppy, keeping its hunger high all the time, and others having, I'm assuming you can't feed them above half hunger, or you have to keep them, yeah. Oh my goodness, I understand that reference, Cecilia. Oh my goodness, they do look like a gang. They seriously do look like a gang. It is the elk gang. When they all stand there and just look at you like that. That actually makes me think. So, the very first one, it was like the very first round of testing. I'll have to see if I still have this video. It's horrible quality if I have it, but, yeah, I could potentially put fanfiction in the description, but I'll have to see if I still have this video, because I did catch it on camera. Because the elks now spawn randomly within the hunting ground. There's not a set spot anymore like there used to be. And one time I reloaded a save while I was in an elk hunting ground. This was during beta testing, and the elk spawned around me, and this was actually again with Katari and Terrell. Katari and Terrell have had quite the adventures. Oh my goodness, in the beta testing, and you will continue to see them because they are my beta wolves. So whenever I do testing, it's with Katari and Terrell most of the time. So you'll probably see more of them even after they technically would have gone on and probably, for all intents and purposes of the series, have died. You'll continue to see their adventures and misadventures. But the elk herd spawned around them, and they literally almost got killed by elk because they were in the center of this herd, and every elk in that herd started kicking them. And it was pretty great. But I'll have to see if I can find that video. I think I may have it somewhere on one of my YouTube accounts. I have several, so the other thing about me is I have several YouTube accounts. I have a personal one. This is my gaming one. It's just for the sake of organization. Also, so if you have ever seen a reply by Lavina Taylor that was immediately deleted and replaced, that's my personal. That would be my personal account. But the main account that I actually use for other things like art and stuff is actually JZX535. But anyway, so yeah, but I would definitely love to incorporate fan works in some way of some kind. So definitely, if you have fan works, fan art, fan fiction, fan something, send it to me. I would love to see. Oh, where was I going? I had a thought. But yeah, I definitely do want to implement challenges. So with the challenge of feeding one puppy and keeping its hunger full but keeping the others at half, maybe that would represent one of the puppies has a parasite and has to be fed more often than the others. the others maybe don't need as much food, but the one that has parasite has to eat a lot more because the parasite is stealing its nutrients. And that is a thing. I mean, there are parasites that you can get. That's why you have to get your dog, sometimes depending on where you live, you might have to get them vaccinated for worms. That's because it's a type of parasite. And there are all kinds of parasites. You know, most wolves don't get vaccinations unless researchers are vaccinating them for some reason. So, a lot of the time you could have them with parasites. The team actually included some of the Life is Rough coats. If you've ever seen the ones that have the big blotches on them, that is actually mange, which is, I think it's an infection of some kind. I'm not actually sure. What exactly is mange? Do you guys know exactly what mange is? It's like an infection of some kind, but it causes irritation of the skin and causes the skin to have problems. And so that's why there are those coats with blotches on them. It's because it's meant to represent mange. Now, I've seen them used to represent other things, but the original intent was mange. So the team has done a really good job of representing how hard a wolf's life really can be. And I really do like that about this game. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of a dry mouth again. Let me get myself some juice real fast. Alrighty. As the elk randomly spazzes in the background. Okay, so... But yeah, I think this live stream has been a huge success. I'm really liking... What do you guys think? Do you like this live stream? Are you like the idea of possibly seeing more, possibly seeing some of the other wolves get to raise at least one litter through live streams? Yes, that is mange. There we go. I wasn't sure about the exact causes of it, but yeah, that's what mange is. It's the definition that Veronica just put up is mange is a skin disease caused by several species of tiny mites. So that is what mange is, and it causes bad skin problems. And so that's what those that's what those blotchy coats are. They're meant to represent mange. I've also seen them used to represent burns or whatnot. But yeah, so what do you guys think about the idea of doing more live streams? What do you think about the idea of following other wolf stories, not the heir, but some of their siblings or whatever, for a little while in a live stream? Okay, I guess that's a good answer. You guys, if you guys want to see more, I'm excited about it. I really like this. Yeah, I think so, because one litter takes usually anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, depending on well, if you count finding a mate, 2 to 3 hours. So, thank you. Thank you guys. I'm glad you're excited about this. I didn't expect so many people would show up. You guys are awesome. I thought we might have 1 or 2 people, maybe. But, there's like at least 6 or 7 of you right now. So, that's pretty good considering, especially the spread of time zones, too. Of people who are on the channel. There's people in almost every time zone probably who follow the channel, so that's really cool to have you guys all here. I don't know how often I'll be able to live stream. Like I said, especially depends on my schedule. It depends on how much work I have for college. I don't have a formal major. Oh, can we get her in the corner? Can we get her in the corner? Nope, we can't get her in the corner. I don't have a formal major. I'm just at the community college right now, but I'm actually studying to be an animator. 40 minutes per litter. Could be, on average, litters tend to take 3 episodes from starting, oh, wow! Wow, that's midnight, so are you in Europe, Cinderlily? Because that's about, 8 hours ahead. So, are you, Europe over there? And you guys, if you miss the live streams, I'm pretty sure they are recorded, so you can always come back and watch them if you don't get to see all of them. I'm pretty sure they do record them. But, what was I saying? I definitely want to continue with the live streams. I don't know how often it'll be able to do it. Oh, yeah, and then I'm actually studying to be an animator. That's really what I would love to do, but I definitely, Oi, Coyote, stop eating my food. But I definitely love the game stuff, too, and it really is. It's very similar. It goes hand in hand because you're creating media in any case, but, I'd like to be an animator, but I think even beyond that, I would like to be a director. So we'll have to see if this ever happens. This is my life goal if I ever can get there. but I figure YouTube is probably a good first step there because, and I do want to give you a heads up. I have to get some things set up still, but I do hope to set the channel up for monetization. So far there won't be ads on my videos, but in the future there probably will start to be ads that may play before. I know that's kind of annoying, but I need to start finding. My thing is I want to make YouTube a job, and so right now YouTube is just a hobby for me. If I start making it a job where I can actually earn money from it, that will help ensure that I can keep doing it, and that it will continue to be something I can invest time and effort in. So, that, even though the ads are kind of annoying, and yeah, I get that. I totally get that, and I totally respect using an ad block to avoid them. Yeah, it helps ensure that I can continue creating content, and that is what I would love to be able to do. Okay, UK, that makes a lot of sense. I figured. I think UK is my second highest I think I have most of my viewers come from America, but I think UK is second highest as far as where most of my viewers are. I'm pretty sure. I have quite a few in UK as out of percentage. But yeah, so that is something that will be coming up on the channel. No, it's not really fun. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's just, I ideally would not like to put ads on, but if it helps me earn a little bit of money, it's a good thing for me and helping me continue to do these contents, because right now it's first year of college. Technically, I don't have a job just yet. I'm trying to figure out what to do with that still. I'm still trying to sort out and get used to just doing college, but yeah, I'm actually, and that's what the show Raiden's Quest I keep talking about, that is actually kind of that's my other hobby project that I've been doing, is it's actually an animation that it will hopefully be releasing on YouTube later this year. I'm hoping maybe before summertime if we can get everything done, but maybe not. We'll have to see. It just depends. A lot of my animation projects are known to be plagued with a lot of delays. But so far we are in the process of doing voice recording for that. Right now I'm not really taking auditions for it or anything. I have a team of people that I have already set up to do the voice acting. I don't know if I'll do, if I'll ever be opening it up, but I will definitely, especially as it gets closer to the release, I will be making more and more announcements about it. So keep your eyes peeled. I'll let you guys know what's going on with that. But right now we're still in the voice recording stage. I'm hoping we may be able to do it by summer at the earliest. But yeah, so that's kind of just me. What it is it's kind of a learning process for all of us, but all of us who are involved in the process. But yeah, it's, oh my goodness, is that Nintendogs? I actually used to play Nintendogs. I still have it. I just haven't used my DS in a long time. That's the other thing too, is I'm trying to work on trying to maybe get a Wii emulator for this Nintendo Wii, because I have a couple Wii games I'd like to play. I'd like to play the Pets Dogs 2 game, maybe. Definitely not a realistic game, but it's a fun game. But I'm not sure if the emulator will work or not. I don't think I have the right kind of disk drive. So, but that could be kind of a fun thing to do. And if I could find it cheap somewhere, I might try and get it. And I might try and Lucan, don't get stuck by the wall where you can't bite the elk. Oh gosh. He's actually losing health pretty quickly. I hope we're gonna be okay here. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know how that feels. I'm kind of, I hope I don't sound too hoarse or anything, but I've been talking for most of the day now. How long have we been live streaming? We've been streaming for almost 2 hours here, and before that I recorded about an hour of a video. So I've been talking for about 3.5 hours. So I hope my voice isn't dropping or getting too weird or anything. We could possibly almost stream Wolf too, maybe. That could potentially be something we could try, or even Niche. Oh gosh, yeah, I know how that feels. How many carcasses do we have? What do you guys think? Do you think we should go after a bull elk? Because there's one walking right here. I think we should try and go after this guy. I'll kind of follow him around a little bit. He's eating the street right now. Apparently. Apparently he's eating the street, because he can do that. It's the quest one. It's, I don't know if you, for anyone who hasn't, oh, oh, that's sweet, Cecilia. Oh, I'm glad you like my series. I'm glad you guys are liking this. I was a little concerned about how live streams would be received and all that, but, yeah, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm really glad you're enjoying it. Okay. Yeah, true. So it'd be pretty difficult to learn. Remember when we tried this with Katari, maybe we could look around and see. I don't know. Do you then think that we should potentially try and get Lukan a mate? Because obviously he doesn't have a mate in Wolf. He's trying to kind of, get the attention of, oh goodness, now I can't even remember her name. Oh. Yeah, at midnight, you don't necessarily want to be screaming at your DS. Oh my goodness. Yep. Yep. Just bull elk eating the street. He's so tough, he doesn't need to eat grass. He can just survive off of asphalt. But should we maybe try and find Lukan a mate and then say that perhaps something happened to her? Is that, I almost thought I heard the plane, but I don't think I heard the plane. I think the plane only comes around if you have, a wolf with a collar, a radio collar. I would almost like to see in WolfQuest something that makes the radio collar a little more dynamic. So it has the cool Easter egg, but I'd like to see it potentially where it's not just a body type, but where it's actually something you can get by perhaps getting captured by researchers or something. I don't know exactly how that would play out, but it'd be kind of cool. Oh, I'm sorry, my voice is a little bit weird right now. I may have to stop streaming soon-ish, just because we've been going for quite a bit here, but I didn't expect us to be able to do so much with just Lukan running around in Lost River. But, I may be starting to lose my voice a little bit, so hopefully it's gonna be okay. So yeah, we may go running around to different wolf territories. Speaking of which, we're in one, and here is the scent. But maybe we will try and get a mate if you guys think, okay, oh, oh, sorry about that, Veronica. Yeah, that game honestly is a little bit scary in some ways. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is a dispersal female. This is a dispersal female. You guys. This is actually a dispersal female. What do you guys think? Should we try and have Lukan find a mate? And if so, what do you think, what do you think we should do? Should we try and find her, or get her as our mate, and then maybe something happened to her? Maybe she got sick and died or something, and so Lukan traveled away from all of it to the world of Wolf. What do you guys think? Or should we maybe run away? Do you think, yeah, she is pretty. She's very pretty wolf. I really like the very dark color, wolves. Okay, so we'll go ahead, but something probably must have happened. Oh, she's got the really pretty brown on her too, so Lukan, I feel like he's a little bit shyer, but, he might be a little bit hesitant. Yeah, she's very, very pretty. Yeah, let's, I think he's maybe a little bit hesitant, but I think he's willing to kind of, end up getting to know her, and, yeah, I really like her coat color. She's very, very pretty. I have, I think, one wolf, one of my personal wolves, that has that, that has the similar coat to that, very dark in color, yeah, oh, no, I don't think your voice is ugly. I don't think I've ever heard your voice, but I bet it's not ugly. And yeah, there was the cougar showed up. I remember the Cougar Mountain, and I was just like, oh, I hope I didn't make a bad choice. And then the cougar shows up, and I'm like, oh, no. So I think he would invite her to start a pack. But you guys then... Okay, also, I need a name. What should we name her? What should we name her, you guys? We'll have to see. What do you think we should name her? And let's start a pack. And maybe I could, the trouble with, I don't know if we could, because Lucan has traveled to the world of Wolf, and the wolf there that he is trying to impress is quite different, so I don't know what would have happened to her is the thing. Perhaps she did, maybe, do you think maybe that's her? Ooh, that's a cool name. Let's see, we could name her that, or let's see, I'll give it a little time for more suggestions to come in. Maybe we could say it is her, but for some reason something happened and she didn't remember him, and so he's trying to kind of get to know her again, even though she doesn't remember, but at the same time Lightfall is trying to impress her. What do you think? Oh my goodness, you have so many. I'm gonna probably have to pull up a random generator for this. Pull up my random thing. I'm probably gonna have to do that. Let me just it's gonna the game is gonna pause for just a sec. But that's normal. I'm gonna here. That is normal, by the way, so that it has stopped. I'm gonna pull up a random generator. So where is that random? Not random generator. And is this random number a list randomizer? Wait. Let's see. I'm gonna just randomize this. This should let me. So I'm going to enter in all these different names. And don't worry, the game isn't frozen. I just have another window up and active right now for this. So I'm going to put in all the names you guys have listed, and we will randomize between them. Okay, hold on. Yes, Lucan's mate in Wolf does have a name, but that would even, if we said she had somehow lost her memory or something, maybe she wouldn't remember her name. I don't actually remember what the wolf's name is. It's like, I think it might be Cloud Song or something. So we could, I don't remember what it is. I don't actually remember what it is. I know I just finally learned Lightfall's name. A lot of the wolf names in that kind of remind me of warrior names. It's kind of funny. But so let me see. Do we have any last suggestions here, or should I go ahead and randomize? I will go ahead and randomize in just a minute, but I want to give it a sec for you guys to catch up. Yeah, you guys have all submitted a bunch of great suggestions, and I've been just picking them off the list. I don't really remember who submitted what, but I'm hoping I'm getting everybody's names in there at some point. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and randomize, and we will see. Or, wait, is this going to be... wait, hang on a second. There we go. This is... I just realized that's not what... This site wasn't going to do what I thought it was going to. So let's see. Random list. Yes. Here we go. Random choice. So her name is going to be... Speckle. Okay. Was it... Would that... What, did you... Yeah. Let me... So her name is Speckle. Let me get back. Okay. And let's go... And let's, Oh my goodness, girl from Elktown. Oh my goodness. So we are back, and we decided to name her, the generator picked Speckle. So let's see. Maybe that's her nickname. Is the girl from Elktown gang. So we have her with, and let me turn on names so that we can keep track of her. So now maybe we could go ahead and try and take out that bull elk. So I think we will go ahead and say that maybe something happened as these two were journeying, because Lost River isn't a good place to raise puppies. It's probably not the safest. given that whatever happened here was some sort of disaster. So, they probably moved on from this town, but then something happened to Speckle, and she got hurt and lost her memory or something, and Lucan finally found her again, but she doesn't remember him, and so he's kind of trying to forge that bond all over again. But at the same time, Lightfall has come along and is trying to impress her. In fact, I bet Lightfall was actually the one who found Speckle first, and kind of was there right away. So the first one she remembers is probably Lightfall, even though she has a pack with, she had a past with Lucan. So that's kind of makes Lucan's task in Wolf a little more urgent, because he knows Speckles. She was his mate, but she doesn't remember it. Yeah, there's gonna be all these little inside jokes from the streams too, so that'll be kind of a cool little thing. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and say that's what happened. So he's trying desperately to get her to remember him, and that's why he's so desperate to kind of overthrow Lightfall, who has also been trying to impress her and doesn't really know. Whoa, my gosh! Speckle, get out of there! Maybe that's how she lost her memory. The Elktown gang got her. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Those elk! Oh my goodness gracious me! But that makes his task all the more urgent, because Lightfall, or I think that's his name, is Lightfall, doesn't really know or care that Lucan and Speckle here are actually mates, even though she doesn't remember. Maybe Lucan got his mom's curse when it comes to lightning. Why was that elk just randomly running? Okay, I don't know. We'll go ahead and hunt some elk here together and kind of attack the... They seriously do look like a gang. The elk, when they just appear like that. Oh my goodness. Did she just get... No, we're up. We're okay. I thought she got me stuck here for a minute. Where is Speckle? Where did you go? Did you just disappear? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Did you fall? I guess she's behind me this way. So, oh, where are you? She's stuck, I think, somewhere. Did she get stuck? Speckle? Where'd you go? Where is she? Did she find her way back to me? There she is. Okay, she found her way back. There we go. Oh my gosh. I just can't even believe they popped out like that. It was just right in front of me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. See, this is why Lost River can be kind of fun. We may have to do some more. Yeah. They're angry. Lucan maybe has the elk are permanently. Maybe they did take away her memory because they were angry that she chose Lucan over them. She's just like the wolf that was raised by elk. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's why I like this game. Sometimes it has its own unexpected turns. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. But yeah, I think that's what we'll say happened is, no, she's leading us to her family. But, oh my goodness. Oh my fake moose children. Oh dear. We could try and find a moose. I'm not sure where in Lost River they spawn. But oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow, that went a lot faster and a lot easier. So the angry lightning wolf has tried to separate them, but Lucan has, maybe Lightfall is like the son of the lightning wolf or whatever. Oh my goodness. And so he's trying to get Speckle away from them. Speckle, are you stuck? He's trying to take Speckle away from Lucan or something. I don't know. Oh dear. Yep. So somehow the elk, yeah, I'm pretty sure they do, but I think they spawn mostly at dawn and dusk. So let's actually find a little place. I think I know just the place to spend the rest of the afternoon and rest for a while, and then we will come back at dusk and see what we can find. So we'll just head over because there is, I think you can get in one of these. Yeah, it's getting. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. So I think we can get in here and see if she'll come in. Will she find her way in? Speckle, can you make it in? I don't know if she found her way in. I don't think she's gonna find. Oh my goodness. Zeus. Well, we have Apollo. Is Apollo Greek or Roman? I don't remember now. Speckle, where are you going? Come here. Come here. You can get up here. Come on. You can do this. I think she still thinks she's an elk. She's a little confused. Why don't we can just rest in the shade of this place then. I think is Apollo Greek or Roman? I don't remember. The mythology. I get those mixed up. So we'll go ahead and sleep until dusk and just rest. And isn't this so cute? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that is so stinking cute. Oh. You guys, I ship it. I ship it. Oh dear. So we'll okay, it is Apollo in both. I was not actually sure. I thought he maybe had a different name in one. But we'll go ahead and we'll look around. I think I might know somewhere where we can find moose. Okay, I'm not sure. There's only one oh my goodness. Oh dear. Maybe, well, actually, no! Oh my gosh, you guys, it just hit me. Terrell actually means thunder ruler. I just realized that. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. I think it's Terrell that means thunder ruler. You guys, the conspiracy is real. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Now I want to look this up real fast. I have to look this up. Just a second. Where is it? I don't actually know. Hold on. I'm looking this up. Ah, hang on. I'm looking this up now. Yes! Oh my goodness! It means thunder ruler. Oh my goodness, my brain is exploding. Oh my goodness. Yep. They sleep in the asphalt, but oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that was not planned, I swear. Oh my goodness. So how does that all tie into it? How does this all tie into it then? Because I don't think Terrell would be the one saying that Speckle couldn't be Lucan's mate. Wait, no, Terrell actually means thunder ruler, so if anybody is Zeus, it's probably Terrell. Oh my goodness. How did this even happen? I don't even know what is happening anymore. Oh my gosh, the conspiracy is real. Okay, apparently that we've been on a moose hunt, so there must have been a moose that spawned somewhere around here. It may have been in here. I don't even know. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I can't even get over this now. I'm trying to see if we can find moose. I think they can spawn, yeah. Sophia, that was basically what I was thinking. Oh my goodness. Yep, realism, but then there's the random non-canon stuff. I think this is the area that moose can spawn in, maybe. I'm not actually sure. I don't know. Maybe. So maybe Lightfall is like his brother or something. Terrell has a brother. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Dude, I had forgotten that was what Terrell's name meant though, until just now. Well, I mean, like, kind of, because if we're wanting to keep it realistic, like, this is kind of like the side canon, sort of, maybe? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, moose are pretty scary when it comes to hunting. Yeah. There's, I have a moose kill compilation at one point from beta testing, because we literally just hunted moose until... like, and we just died repeatedly until we managed to kill the moose. So that's in, like, episode 4. Oh my gosh, though. I can't even. I feel like there are supposed to be moose around here somewhere. No, it was not at all planned. This was not planned. I had no idea. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. See, this is gonna be like the stuff that only the live stream people get, and there's gonna be like these random references and people are gonna be like, what? And it's just gonna be like, watch the live streams. Yeah! Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think Speckle maybe doesn't necessarily know how to wolf because she's, I think, sorry, I was reading for a sec, but, so, like, I think sometimes Speckle might not know how to wolf because she was raised by elk or something. Oh my goodness. I feel like we need to have a wolf called Hercules now. There is a wolf called Hercules in Wolf, too. Oh my goodness. The conspiracy is real. Oh my gosh. This is an elk hunting ground. I'm trying to use scent view a lot because sometimes I, like, it says we've been on a moose hunt, which means a moose must have spawned somewhere, that is a very interesting idea. I feel like Katari probably, though, because, I mean, it took her long enough to come to trust Terrell. I feel like she wouldn't have been, just, like, I feel like she probably wouldn't have, I don't know, unless it was Zeus who was somehow, I don't know, Zeus betrayed her or something, maybe. Because, remember, Katari did have quite a bit of, distrust towards other wolves in the beginning. So maybe Zeus was her first mate, but then he betrayed her or something. And that's when, but because of that, he always, oh, cool. Right around here? Wow. Or probably back in the hunting ground for you guys still. But maybe that's what happened because Katari was so, so mistrustful. Maybe that's why, is because she had fallen in love with Zeus. Or maybe Zeus disguised himself. I don't know. I feel like that probably is what happened, is Zeus had, she originally fell in love with Zeus, but he was a jerk and betrayed her or something, and that's why she, was so mistrustful at first. And then, after that, she found, oh my gosh, Cinder, that's a lot of bears. I hope you're exaggerating, but, oh my gosh, if it was really that many bears, that would be all the bears in the world, but, oh my goodness, but, that, oh gosh, but, so that, maybe that was why she was so, so mistrustful at first, and then she eventually fell in love with Terrell, but because of that, Zeus was angry. Especially, you know what, even though, perhaps, even though, even possibly the idea of maybe Zeus just didn't like Terrell and Katari becoming mates. Maybe he just didn't like it, and that's why there's, like, the lightning going on. Here we are being like, keep it realistic, and then all this is going on. All this nonsense and madness, but it's kind of funny. This is going to be like the running live stream joke now. But I feel like maybe that's what happened is, Terrell's father just didn't like Katari, and didn't want them to become mates, but Terrell was like, no way, and so they eloped. And that's why there's always lightning striking everything, and that's why Speckle lost her memory, is because she got hit by lightning. Because he was angry. Yes! Right, the fanfiction. Oh my goodness gracious. I love how earlier on we were just like, let's keep it realistic and not throw in all this myth stuff, and now we're just like, so Zeus is angry? Oh my goodness, this is gonna be like the live stream joke though. But yeah, even as far as canon and realism, we'll just say Speckle got hit by lightning, and that's why she lost her memory, and Lightfall is trying to impress her now. Goodness gracious, Speckle, what was that? Yeah, bears are bad news. They're bad news bears. Oh, this is how you know that this is the time of day when I am tired and my mind starts to go, and then I get my second wind at about 6 o'clock. It's like 5 where I live right now. So you can tell I'm maybe a little bit loopy right now. Oh gosh. Ooh, that sounds pretty bad, Lily. Yeah. Oh my gosh! Like, this is the origin of the myth. Even though this somehow takes place in the future. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. But yeah, at the very least, even if a lot of this is just kind of us making goofy side cannons, I'm just gonna say Speckle got hit by lightning, and that's how she lost her memory, and that's how she also mysteriously changed fur colors. Because I don't think she's a black wolf in Wolf, I believe. Yes, it's unbearable. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, I think at one point during testing, and I'm pretty sure they took this out because it was too much, but they used to have coyote packs show up. So like you'd be on the summer journey to summer hunting grounds, and 3 coyotes would show up all at once and all target your puppies. And everybody was like, I think this was before I joined testing, but everybody was just like, no, this is too hard. You're gonna make people cry with this, so they changed it. I can't remember if they left it as a possibility for Bring It On or not, though. That may still be something that can happen in Bring It On. But I know at one point they used to have coyote packs, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, time travelers must be very good at not getting caught. They really must. Oh dear. But yeah, at the very least, Speckle got hit by lightning, and that's how she lost her memory. Oh my goodness. This is great. I definitely like live streaming. I definitely like live streaming. I'm gonna keep doing this for sure because this is great. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the post boxes. Speckle. See, I'm surprised. That's probably why she had to get hit by lightning to lose her memory. There's a bear. We're gonna go after the bear. Yep. Seems legit. I'm surprised she hasn't lost her memory already with the post boxes. Yep. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's what happens. That is true. Lucan can travel through time. That is his special power and his special challenge. He must travel through time to save the world. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious me. Yep. We're gonna go, let's just go to a wolf territory for a little bit now and just see if we can find any other wolves. See if, So wait, would Speckle be like vegan or something because she was raised by elk? I mean, she probably wouldn't want to eat elk. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know the feeling. I think one of the only reasons I was able to get WolfQuest is because, I've been playing it for so long that it's kind of like, okay, at this point, we're gonna support the game. And so, we were okay with getting it. Am I getting closer or further away? Oh, that's Speckle. Wait, I think it's going this way. Yeah, she hit a post box. Either she got hit by lightning or she ran head first into a post box. It's one of the above, or possibly both. Aw, yeah, I don't know. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they actually do. Oop, there's a Lost River male apparently. I don't see him. Where'd he go? Oh, he's right there. There we go. What the? What? And now we have vanishing wolves. Okay then. Aw, bye Lily. She probably hit a post box as she got struck by lightning. That's probably how it happened. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I should probably wrap this up because I think I'm gonna have to eat dinner soon. But I definitely will try and find a time to do this again. Hopefully then too we'll be able to actually raise puppies as well and find a mate and raise puppies with one of the side wolves. So we shall have to see. Cinder, my old videos are really cringy as well. My Minecraft videos, very cringy. Yeah, it was probably Zeus. The whole fact there was probably Zeus. But yeah, I probably should head off pretty soon here, but you guys, this has been awesome. Definitely want to do this again. Definitely gonna have to try and do it pretty soon here. Probably by then we'll have, we may have, because I might not be able to do it, I don't know how much I'll be able to do it during the week, but after, later on in the week, we'll definitely have to try and do another live stream, and we can probably follow, we can follow another wolf and try and figure out. So Lucan and Speckle are on their way off to the world of Wolf, but we'll have to follow one of one of Lucan's siblings at least. Speckle's not related to the family by blood. That'd be creepy. We'll have to follow Lucan or one of Lucan's siblings after we figure out who the heir for the pack will be. And another thought I've had is possibly at some point we could create like a Minecraft world where we put all the old characters. So like we'll make and I can custom skin stop. Random pop-up windows are shifting the focus of the thing, and that's why WolfQuest just paused. But like where we can keep all the old wolves, and I'll make like custom skins and make them as custom NPCs in a Minecraft world, and then we could have like all the wolves kept for eternity there or something, and we could have like an exploration world or something. But can't talk anymore. Oh, excuse me, I cannot talk now. But we can have I wonder if the elk gang is gonna ambush us. I feel like we're gonna get ambushed. Yeah, so we could have all the old characters or something in it. So let me know if you guys think that's a good idea. That way we could just like have them there or something. It'd be kind of cool to just like watch them run around. I don't know. That might just be a bad idea. I really don't know. But anyway, I'll probably wrap it up here. And there's look at them all walking in like perfect unison almost. Look at this. There we go. They're stopping and stuff. Oh my goodness. These elk. The elk are back. Oh, really? Well, that's cool, Cinder. Like in real life or in WolfQuest? And here we are with the elk. Let's just, before we go. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. I think we'll go ahead and try and take out Speckle. Be careful. I think we're gonna go ahead and try and take out this bull elk. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna let my stamina regen. Speckle, be careful. Oh my goodness. Oh, no, no, no. Back up, back up, back up. There we go. We're gonna go get food from a carcass. Speckle, don't eat it all. Yeah, I may have to try, yeah, I may have to try and set that up pretty soon here, but, yeah, we can try and do that at some point. I also gotta keep working on the niche museum. So let's go ahead. Oop, no, 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 don't want to get too close to that. Ah, and the bull elk is running. Yeah, okay. We're gonna chase this guy down before we go, but we gotta steer him back towards the carcasses. Nope, nope, nope. Elk, 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 elk. Go this way. What? No, we're crashing into each other. Where'd he even go? Oh, she's still chasing him. Oh my goodness. Speckle. Speckle, be careful. He's running away from the carcasses. No. I guess he probably doesn't want to be near the dead bodies of his fallen brethren. Or I guess it would be sisters, because we haven't killed a bull before. Oh my goodness. Oh man. I love how at first it was like a serious thing, and then we just descended into like, LOL, we're just gonna have this wolf who got hit by lightning and struck by post boxes. I just love how quickly it descended. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I will have to leave pretty soon, Cecilia, but not just yet. I can finish up this hunt at least. But I will have to go eat soon, because I am getting hungry. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's we gotta keep chasing him this way. There we go. He's gonna head back towards the carcasses. Oh yeah, because cougars are more likely to show up in the night time. Yeah, that makes a lot. Yeah. I don't know if no, elk, run the other way. I'm out of stamina. And very low on health. Speckle's gonna stop and come back to us. We're gonna just like chase this guy back. Yeah. But yeah, I will have to wrap it up. Come on, elk, you gotta keep running. Let's see. Oh my goodness. No, that is the wrong way to keep running. You go this way. Man, this elk is stubborn. Very, very stubborn. Oh my goodness. And I missed him. I was like right in front of him and I missed him. We'll have to just chase him back around this way. There we go. Speckle, don't push him away. Oh my goodness. No, 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 no. There we go. Hopefully he'll go this way. Hopefully he'll go this way. Oh! Is he stuck? Oh my gosh. There we go. He's out now. No, no, no. Oh my goodness. He is stuck! We're gonna chase him this way because this is where all the carcasses are. Oh my goodness. Speckle, be careful. Why am I guess I'm getting stuck on stuff. Okay. Yeah! Pretty much. It's all the asphalt that he eats. It made him tough. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna have to break it off after this hunt, I'm afraid. Yeah, we will definitely have to do this again sometime. What's this? What is this? I guess that's elk scent? Yeah, it's old elk scent. That's what it is. But yeah, we will definitely have to do this again sometime. And, I don't know if it'll be this week or if it'll be a little later on. It'll probably be after Katari and Terrell have their last, their last litter, but, that will probably be pretty soon too, because then we'll know which wolves we can follow in these side stories, and I'll probably start putting up polls too, just to see, once we've chosen an heir, which wolf you want us to follow next. So we'll have to see, and with, I don't know if we'll get to have every wolf have a chance to have a live stream for them, but, dude, yes, we could do that, oh my goodness, I don't know, yeah, but we'll have to see, we may join Lucan again sometime. I don't know if we'll get to play through all the non-heir wolves, but hopefully, it was a beautiful fail. Yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah. But we'll try to get through most of them, and if we do get through all of them, maybe we can even continue with multiple litters for some of them. We'll have to see. I hope I haven't gone too far and lost him We've gone quite a ways. Did what? I can't even reach that carcass. That's mean. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're gonna eat from here. And, see, I have a feeling everybody's gonna end up getting attached to the non-heir wolves too, because even so, even with all this, oh, hopefully he won't have to spawn. Would he have gone? Would he be coming back? He might be coming back. We're just gonna endlessly play as Lukan. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If somebody draws, like, time traveler Lukan or just stories about this is just gonna be like a thing. And you know what, you guys, everybody who doesn't watch these live streams is gonna be so freaking confused. And we're just gonna be here like, yeah, this Lukan is a time traveler. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So maybe we'll just like endlessly play as Lukan in Wolf and like fix his age every time he gets too old. And just say he time traveled back or something. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh come on, we're so close. Ooh, okay, that was bad. Oh dear. Speckle may be immortal. I think Speckle might be immortal. She just like took several would-be killing blows and didn't die. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. For now we'll just have to focus on finishing up with Katari and Terrell. Ooh, no, Lukan! Lukan! What? Oh my gosh, no! What? Wait, you guys. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, Lukan is a time traveler. You guys. Oh. So Lukan is a time traveler. You saw nothing. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Yep, that totally didn't happen. We're just gonna go attack the time-traveling elk too. We're just gonna go after the time-traveling elk. We're totally gonna pretend that that Speckle didn't shove him to his doom. It vanished because we had to respawn, or we had to reload the save, so the elk herds reset. So, oh dear. So we're just gonna pretend the elk is a time traveler too, and it healed itself somehow. And we'll kill it again, and I think Speckle may be immortal. Where is she even? She may have gone to get food. Oh my goodness. Where did she even... Oh, yeah, she must have gone to get food, because she's healed now. There she is, too. Speaking of, yeah. I think after this hunt, we'll go ahead and break off for the night, but we will definitely be doing this again. This was a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have too. But yeah, let's just take down this bull elk first. Oh my goodness. Dude, we can do that? Wait. Not usually, apparently. Like, for a second there, we were dodging. No, Speckle actually apparently didn't die. I think she's immortal, you guys. I think Speckle is immortal. Oh my gosh. It looked like she died for a second there, and it kind of looks like she's dead again, but I think she might actually be immortal. I don't know. Yep. Yeah, she does that. She's immortal. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she is a time traveler. They're all time travelers. They're all time travelers, you guys. They just are. Oh my goodness. Did they? No, they're up there. I thought they despawned for a second. I was gonna be like, no, but they're okay. They're back. Oh my goodness gracious. Where's the bull? Where'd he go? Is that? Oh, there he is. His antlers are blending in. Chase him along. Oh my goodness. Speckle, how are you getting hurt? Yeah, we're gonna do this. Because we're capable of that, right? We're totally capable of this. We can totally do this. Totally. Totally 100 and completely sure. Yeah, pretty much. I think poor Speckle. Speckle, don't forget she was also raised by elk, so I'm not sure she quite realizes she's a wolf. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we'll take down the leader of the Elk City gang. We certainly will. Oh my gosh. And he keeps trying to distract us with his followers. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, I've gotten that where it tells me I'm chatting too much and it's like, you can't chat again for another minute, lol. I'm like, you're a jerk. That's the one thing I don't like about the YouTube chats. It really, it gets restrictive sometimes. Speckle, what are you doing back there? Okay, she's back now. Let's see. Oh, I think I've heard of that one. I don't know if I've actually seen that, though. I watched a couple of PBS ones recently. Wolf documentaries, that is. And we'll have to replenish our strength. He's running away from... Oh, no, he's not. He's not running from the carcasses just yet. So we'll go ahead and now we're going to have to... Oh, okay, we're going to back off. Can we get down there? Are we able to get down there? Wait, where is the carcasses? They're over that way. There's one on the other side of that fence. There's one right here. Speckle, are you even able to... How did you even... Oh my gosh. Oh, I guess we can. Speckle knows what she's doing. Okay. We're gonna eat some off this too and recover. Alrighty. Almost done with this hunt too. Oh, Speckle. Oh, she got a little stuck. Can I get up now? Am I stuck? I better not be stuck. No, I'm not stuck. Okay. We're good. Where did it go? It went this way. Okay. There it is. Almost done. We can do this. Oh, no, no! No, Lucan! You guys, I'm starting to doubt Speckle's intentions. I'm starting to doubt Speckle's intentions just a tiny bit. Yeah, I'm starting to be a little bit doubtful. I think she may still have loyalties to the elk gang. Oh, man. We're gonna go ahead and just, there we go, he's eating up. And Speckle, come on, help us. Please help us and not the elk. Please help us this time and not the elk. Yes, it is Zeus's fault because it is. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna back off, find another carcass. There's one like right here on the other side apparently. And we should be able to, yep, here we go. And I guess that's a hare carcass in the background. So we'll go on ahead and just finish up. I think he's almost dead. I wonder how much experience has Lucan actually earned this time? I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Let's go ahead and finish this. Here we go. Oh, if we can grab him from behind. Oh, yes! Oh, Speckle got him! Woo! Okay, so that I think was probably quite a bit of experience. We'll have to see if we look at pack stats. Lukan has 2,500 experience. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, that's pretty cool. Cinder, I actually do have to wrap it up right now. I'm sorry, but I will see you guys again, I'm sure. We have to do this again. This was really, really fun. But yeah, I do have to get off now. It's past 5. We've been live streaming for 2.5 hours, which is pretty insane, pretty awesome. And, but yeah, I definitely want to do this again sometime. But for now, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for giving us all such a great time. You guys are awesome. I will see you again in the next episode. Oh my gosh, it was under the Elks Club, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. But I will see you guys next time in the next episode of WolfQuest, and hopefully in another episode, another live stream episode very soon. And yes, the Elk Street Gang now is the Elks Club. It is confirmed. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. Until next time, this is Jay, over and out.